Hello, everyone. Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, or whatever time of day it is for you that you are watching this. And welcome to Fallout 4. Well, Fallout 4 for the first time on my channel, which, I debated for a long time in which way I wanted to introduce the Fallout series and any of its games, in its series, rather. And I finally decided on, rather than doing like the discussion video I was thinking about doing and all that kind of such, I'm just going to do a playthrough. An entirely new character in Fallout 4. I have the DLC and everything like that, so we'll see if maybe that becomes part of this series or maybe, or whatever. But I wanted to do something a little different because I have been live streaming only exclusively on my channel. So it's kind of fun to get started on creating a series here. And I figured Fallout 4 would be perfect for that because it is one of my favorite game franchises. I personally love Fallout 3, 4, New Vegas. 76, not the biggest fan of. That's why I didn't start there. However, enough talking, enough dilly-dally. Let's jump in, make our character, and get rolling here. And I think what I'm going to do for the intro, in case you've never seen this game, in case you've never seen this game, I'm just going to let it roll. I'm going to let it maybe make a couple of comments here and there, but this is an awesome opening. So here we go.
War. War never changes. In the year 1945, my great-great-grandfather, serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself, for my wife, for my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
And here we go. This is one of my favorite character creating moments because you really
War
just kind
never
of
changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the veterans.
you just kind of jump in
You
and
think?
start sculpting your character and everything like that.
Now get ready and stop hogging
So-
the mirror.
Right.
Typically, I I would run, you know, my main other save on this game. I played as the girl, and it's because typically in games like this I play as a female or a woman or anything like that. Okay, so I'm a fan of this. Body. Should we make him just like jacked? Oh, and biggin? Oh god, no. Let's make him an average looking guy, you know. He is military, so it's like don't want to completely count that out. Oh, that looks kind of funky. You know what? Let's just go right there. Sure. There we go. I like it. I'm here for it, guys. Let's go. Yes. Not too bad. Didn't completely blow through everything. Now, the important thing to note here is, let's take a look at him. Oh, yeah. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The important thing to note here is that it didn't take us an hour to make our character, which is always good. And then also, I have an idea for what I'm going to do for the character build and the special stats and everything. Because I have a specific way I like to play this game. And I'll probably do it again, and then we can dabble as we go along here. But first, look at all this. Look at all of this.
War never changes. Got that right. No need to get dressed twice.
Oh, whoops. You know, it's something that's kind of interesting here is when you look and all this stuff, like, look, this is what they have. This is their closet. I don't know. Little confusing to me. Whatever. We won't click on everything right now because I know that we have got a certain amount of time. But let's play with Sean. Oh. This is a cute baby's room. She's still getting ready. Yes, Codsworth. The best.
173.5 degree Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection. And today's newspaper just delivered.
Thanks, Codsworth.
Of course, sir.
Of course, sir. Oh, yep, that's right.
Grognak the Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bat Babies. My favorite.
I find it interesting that they put so much detail, and I love this because it's just... this also suggests, by the way, that we have a dog.
Never gonna find that dog.
Oh. Oh.
Sugar bombs. 100% daily value of sugar.
I shall attend to young Shaw.
You know, I was nervous at first, but Codsworth's really good with Sean.
Let's take a look.
More of the same.
Hi, Ron Perlman. Because it is an October day. That's why it's a high of 52. Hmm. Oh, here he comes. Here comes trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes trouble. Let's jump on in, shall we?
Good old USA.
Can you get that? It's probably that salesman. He comes for you every day.
I just love the whole the pre-war stuff.
Good morning.
There he is.
Vault-Tec calling.
Vault-Tec. Good morning.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy
I
am
love
to
this like
finally
sales
speak
pitch
with
that
you.
he gives you.
I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
What's so important?
Why, nothing less than your entire future. If you haven't noticed, sir, this country has gone to heck in a handbasket. if you'll excuse my language. The big kaboom is... It's inevitable, I'm afraid. And coming sooner than you may think. If you catch my meaning...
It's almost like
Now, I know
Vault-Tec
you're a busy
planned it.
fellow, so I won't take up much of your
Conspiracy
time.
confirmed?
Time
Question
being
mark?
a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
But there's
There we
room
go.
for my entire family, right?
Of course, of course. Minus your robot, naturally.
I am
In
not going
fact,
unless
you're
Codsworth
already
goes.
cleared for entrance.
You hear that, Vault-Tec
It's
rep?
just a matter
I
of
am
verifying
not
some
going
information.
unless the
Don't
robot
want there to
goes.
be any holdups in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. Won't take but a moment.
Tell me more.
Tell me more about this vault.
Oh, it has all the amenities of the modern home, I assure you. Not to mention total protection from nuclear radiation and hostile mutants. A better future underground. It's not only our mission, it's our passion.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Sure, let's do it.
Splendid! Splendid. Now, let's see.
All right, here we go. So, obviously, let's put our name in. We know what it's going to be. It's going to be Steven. There we go. Now, here is where the interesting part comes in. So, if you are unfamiliar, if you had played a previous Fallout, and maybe, and maybe you're not familiar, they did lower the special, they lowered the special stuff. So, the amount of skill points available went from, I don't remember what it used to be, but it's now down to 21. So, it is kind of interesting. It is kind of an interesting thing because you can really customize your character, but it does make it a little bit more limited, which is something that I actually prefer. I'm going to focus 110% on getting our, let's see, intelligence should be at 3. Getting the most out of our VATS usage and sneaking. I don't know where I went wrong here. 1, 3, 9, 8, and then we can boost luck one more time. I think this is how we're going to go. We're going to go for like a sniper, almost infiltrator build.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
And
Thanks
there we
again.
go.
Hey, it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
I absolutely adore this game.
Sean
he knew
has
my
been
name.
changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of that paternal affection.
Excuse me. Codsworth?
You heard Codsworth. Go on.
Let us go say hello to the Bebe. Hello, Bebe. Alright. We play with him. Even though we already played with him, rude
How are
baby.
the two most important men in my life doing? Spin the mobile a bit. He loves that.
She like teleported over here.
Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Sir? Mum?
And here's when everything goes wrong.
Codsworth, what's wrong?
Let us go find out why.
Followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions.
Oh,
We're
no.
trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost
What did
contact
he
with our
say?
affiliate stations.
Oh,
We
Oh, no.
do have coming in That's
This is such a
confirmed
masterful
reports
opening.
and
I love this
confirmed
opening so
reports
much.
of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my god.
We need to get to the vault now.
I've got Sean.
Run!
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, run! It's the
Residents
booms!
of Sanctuary Hills, if you are registered, evacuate to Vault 111.
Should I just leave her and save myself? Like, sprint? Like, sorry, honey, you're on your own. No, I'll run with her. We'll play up to this. Yeah, this is such a good opening because it really does enforce, like, hey, look how life was prior, and look how it is now.
That's absurd! I am Vault Tech.
You don't get in.
I'm going in. You can't stop me. Okay. I'm reporting this.
If you're in the program, step forward. Otherwise,
Okay.
return
See,
home.
we awkwardly blocked him. Hey,
We need to get in. We're on the list.
it's me.
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Let me in!
Thank you.
Let me in!
You two, follow me. Come on.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside the
Doing
gate?
everything we can. Now keep moving.
So this takes place in Boston, and you know it's
Step on
the Commonwealth and
platform,
everything.
In the center.
Ah, can we just take a minute, guys? I'm gonna shut up because this is one of my favorites.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you. Both of you.
We love you too.
Oh my god!
Hold on.
Like, can you imagine this? It is hands down one of those things. You may have been able to hear my controller vibrating. It's one of those things that just sticks with you, man. Like the beauty of that opening when you go down in the vault and now you kind of you're inserted into that moment and it just makes it so much more believable. And that's why I personally prefer single-player Fallout to the multiplayer Fallout that we have seen in 76. I think the stories in 76 are quite good. However, I can't bring myself to get sucked in as much as, you know, when I'm playing a single-player Fallout game. I've played, let's see, I have played the original, I've played the second one, I've played 3, I've played Vegas, and I've played this, and I played 76. I haven't completed the original Fallouts. I have played them. So take that with what you will and everything like that. But I have watched endless videos on the Fallout franchise and everything. It is one of my favorites. I love the lore. I love the story, everything. I love it to death, and I hope that we can get to a point when Fallout is back to more of something like this. That's just my personal opinion. Can I just like push past her? Hey, give me that right now.
Thanks. What now?
Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
All right. Where are we going?
It's
Oh
down
yes,
the
that's right.
hallway right there.
Vault Tech Doctor.
Oh, you're gonna love it here. This is one of our most advanced facilities.
Hmm.
Not that the others aren't great.
If you don't know already, there's something kind of funky
our home,
with everything
we had.
Vault Tech related. No matter what, there's always something kind of interesting to happen. There's always the experiments. There's always all that. If you don't know Fallout, I suggest pausing this video and really digging in to what it's all about and everything, because they really do have an expansive world, like, and you should really dig into it because it's fascinating.
Take your time. We've got all day.
It'll be okay. Daddy's right here. See? Honey.
Who's my little guy? I'm not going far. I'll just be over there.
Jeez.
There he is. See? Daddy's not going far.
Oh my
All
gosh.
set? Just step inside and put on your vault suit.
Here we go. It's also one of the most heartbreaking intros to me, personally. I also would like to know how I just, like, magically got changed, but that's fine.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
You liar.
Time for a whole new life.
Resident secure. Occupant vitals normal. Procedure complete. In 5.
There it is.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, in just this intro episode, I wanted to kind of set up the character and jump in, and I'll be doing a lot of research into this series because I really want to make it entertaining and fun, but I also want to make it, you know, informative. Maybe you can see how, you know, how a certain character build works and everything like that, and maybe I can give insight to certain locations and everything. I think it'll be a very, very fun series. A very good time.
This is the one.
Now, let me shut up for a minute.
Open it. Everything's going to be fine.
I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you time.
Let's go. Please restore the backup.
Like, how messed up is that? That's just something that, like, to witness that as somebody who's gone through this traumatic experience of watching a nuclear explosion go off, and then they're ferried down in this vault, knowing their life's gonna change no matter what, and the next thing you see is you're waking up and you're trapped, and your wife and your baby's there, and they gun down your wife and steal your baby. Like, oh my god. It is just an insane, like look at this.
Come on! There has to be a release! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, God!
I'll find who did this, and I'll get Sean back. I promise.
Oh, it's so powerful.
God. Why would Vault-Tec do this?
Should I just go back in?
Malfunction in cryopod manual release override.
Can't be the only one left.
Residents must vacate
Hello?
immediately.
Anyone?
I think this is done really well because it does give you that isolation feel. But let us move forward. I think we will get out of the vault and probably call it for a first episode. I'm going to do, you know, this is my first foray into actually doing video editing and such like that. So I don't want to, oops. I don't want to necessarily make like a super long video at the beginning because it's going to be a learning experience. So stick with me while I learn how to basically edit and do all this kind of stuff and make the video a little bit more interesting, if you know what I mean. Should we just start loading up on loot now? Loot. Junk stuffs. I think we'll be alright. But I love this because it really does give you this sense of like, oh god, like what are we gonna do? And then you get the view of the rad roach here, which I think is just so much fun. Oh, we got our security baton here. Now, whoops. It's not a bad idea. But let's run here, because if I remember correctly, we can take some stuff. I think as I said, we've got our stuff here. There's a couple little story dives here. So Vault-Tec, pardon me. This is going to be your Vault-Tec security terminal. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Security staff are responsible for maintaining installation integrity and monitoring science staff activity. Under no circumstances are the staff allowed to deviate from assigned duties. Insubordination or interference with Vault operations are capital offenses. Security staff are authorized to use lethal force. I will try to, we'll see how long I keep up reading these terminals, because they can get a little lengthy and everything. But let's figure it out from here. Okay, yeah, you know what? Never mind. So basically, this is the whole idea was to a Vault-Tec, if you don't know, was to put people in these vaults in case of a nuclear holocaust kind of situation. And it was to, yes, preserve humanity, but at the same time, it was also to experiment on them. Vault-Tec actually is full of all messed up stuff. If you ever get a chance to watch a video on here on YouTube or anything like that, watch those video essays that people make and, just talking about it. It is oh God! I forgot how to play. Yes, we will be doing a bunch of our stuff in VATS.
Roaches?
Because that's how our character build is supposed to be. It's supposed to be in VATS, so get used to hearing that noise, the little clicking. But we're just gonna loot around a little bit here. As I said, I think a good place to call this video will be when we get up top. Oh, is this irradiated? No, it's clean. It should be. It's a vault. Hot plate's going to be useful. Coffee cup for ceramic might be better. Excuse me, sir. Nope. Recreation terminal. Is this where you get the fun stuff? Yes, we will take that. Woo. Oh, I didn't notice this before. Ammonia. Yeah, it's just glass beer bottles and stuff. There will be a lot of probably off-screen stuff here. I love watching this rad roach just sit in the middle. Like he's like, this lightning can't take me down. I, however, will not be walking through the Tesla coil looking things. Oh shoot, there's a rat. I think we're a little bit squishier than I would have normally made a character.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
But I want to try something a little different, because previously my main character build is make someone that's good in VATS, but at the same time who's also can also just take out people by shooting and everything. It's so I want to specialize a little bit more, make more of a sharpshooter, more of a VATS build with high criticals and everything like that. I think that's going to be a lot more fun, and then that way we can kind of go from there, and we can go from there. Eventually, I will be making. Oh, I can't do. Okay, I will be making a run at certain types of weapons. I don't know if that had anything to do with what I was just saying, but if you like, we will be focused on you sneaking around and everything. I want to make more of a glass cannon than I necessarily want to make an all-around character in that sense, because I've done that before with the all-around characters, and that's great and everything. Ugh. The cryolator. But let's just make sure we tiptoe around a little bit. Make sure we find everything. I'm going to want that bobby pin. I should be taking the pre-order money for the cloth, but That's all right. Let's open this up. Hey. We'll probably save our 10mm rounds because that can be useful. Let's open the evacuation. I will have to, I want you to play the game, so I don't want to completely, totally give away all this stuff that's in here. There's a lot of fun world building. I guess we can spare the 10mm, can't we? Oh, we crouched. That's right. Oof. Look at that. That sniping. Oh, yeah. It's like, hey, this is how you aim your gun. And it's like, yes, I do happen to know that. But let's get used to our VATS in here. Come on. Come on. Another change if you haven't been paying attention that they made is now VATS does not pause the game. It simply slows it down pretty dramatically, which I'm actually okay with, because then it doesn't give you a time just to sit in VATS, which is great. I love this game. This is honestly one of my favorite games that came out on the soon-to-be past console generation in a few months here. But as we're seeing it right now, it is the current. So, do I think it's better than Fallout 3? I don't know. There's so many opinions out here when it comes to the Fallout franchise. I'm not gonna.
Is anyone alive?
I'm not gonna sit here and try to give you some massive spiel.
Oh God.
Which one's better? Because I personally like both for different reasons. I am more of a fan of Fallout. Well, I can't say that. I can't even say that. I love both games. I really do. I love Fallout 3. I love that style. The original style is super fun, and I love Fallout 4 to death as well. So let's go ahead. Oh God, let's pay attention. Sorry. That was probably a little loud on the mic. Let me back that down a little bit. Oh my goodness, that scared me just a little bit. All right, but as I was saying, let's get our Pip-Boy, ladies and gentlemen, and see some of the best parts about the Fallout franchise are the vault opening and when you emerge into the world, in my opinion. And I think that's really great. And here we go. I like how all the dust just kind of disappeared. Funny enough, I actually have the what you can get at Spirit, the Halloween store. I actually have the. Hold on, let's do our little thing here. No, we'll keep that. But we always put the glasses on. Always put the glasses on because it ups your perception. Well, in my opinion, always do that. However, I have the Spirit version of that Pip-Boy, and I love it to death. I would like to eventually get the Pip-Boy version of this game because I love it so much. Is it necessary? Not even a little bit. Am I going to get it one day? Probably.
Vault door cycling sequence.
Here is just. I prefer. This one's more visually impressive, but I do prefer the Fallout 3 opening, I think, just a little bit more for the nostalgia, because that was actually my introduction into the series, was Fallout 3, and then I went back and played the other ones, then played Vegas. I actually haven't put, the one I put the least amount of time in is probably, well, I should say of the modern Fallouts, is probably New Vegas, so we'll be getting around to that one soon. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Like the God rays and everything like that. Do these actually move? Oh, they do. Now, we will go up and emerge into the world, and then we'll have a little chatty chat about what's coming next, and just some basic stuff. Oh, you just love it. Look, it's how I look kind of right now if I had a haircut and I was handsome. Like how he turned. He's like, what? Let's get our gun out. I think I'm pretty happy. I think I'm happy with everything. So let's go on up. Moving on up. Yeah. See? In fact, almost every vault was actually a secret social experiment conducted by Vault-Tec. Little did you know that, unless you absolutely know that. Oh man. Here it comes. Great opening. Not as good as Fallout 3's, I'll tell you right now. Fallout 3 had the best opening in the series, in my opinion. Incredible. Look at it. Just look at it. Oh, it's just gorgeous, you guys. It's gorgeous. I love this opening. It's my second favorite. Nothing for me will beat Fallout 3's magnificent opening of you coming out and it just, you know. Oh, that's right, for the third person. It'd be kind of fun to play in third person for parts of the of this Let's Play or whatever you want to call it. But before we get too in depth of that, this is our Steven here. He will be our pilot throughout our journey in Fallout 4, a game that, yes, maybe 5 years old at this point, but hell, it is one of my favorites for sure, and I want to focus on really diving into the games I enjoy and playing through them and sharing them with you all and my own personal thoughts and just having a great time. Let's make sure not to re-step on that, or else we will get sent right back down into the vault. But I'm thinking about this series will become a once a week, barring, you know, any kind of issues that I may have or any kind of delay in editing and all that kind of such stuff. But it should be coming out once a week. And I am very excited to do this. Bear with me while I get used to things. This is going to be an entirely new experience. Editing's going to be, you know, as best as I can possibly make it. I have enough of a base knowledge to be able to do it. However, I will be learning things also as I go. And if you have any tips for me or anything you want me to highlight, leave it in the comments section for this video below. I think it would be a real blast to have you guys kind of involved in some way or another, whether that's you like, oh, I want you to do this side quest at this point in the game, or I want you to hold off on this until you are at this certain level or you have this specific gun or perk or something like that. I will take everything I possibly can into account. Not going to say it's a for sure yes or no, but you know what I mean. Just be as active as you can. Share this with your friends because this is something I'm going to do on top of my live streams, and I'm very excited about it. But for right now, this will conclude this episode of our playthrough of Fallout 4. The adventures of Steven, our digital Steven, who looks much like I wish I looked like in real life. But thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.